What's the deal? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? What is going on? Just update a couple of things. Okay, what's going on? How's everybody doing? We're about to break down lower time frame. Can't enter anything on Apex. Straight scam. No clue what's going on over there. Crazy shit on the charts. Yeah, so we're at new all-time highs. We are right now literally at new all-time highs, and welcome. Right? Welcome. So well, we're in new territory, right? There have never been any previous levels at this price point. We don't have any history to go off of except these little 5-minute candles, which eventually will turn into higher time frame levels. But a lot of mystery up in here. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's mark up a range here, though. I think we can do it off the 5, and you'll see it. You'll realize whenever we hit new all-time highs, you'll have, you know, you'll have initial levels created on the smaller time frame, and eventually a stronger time frame, a higher time frame will give you confirmations on some of those levels, and then you can use them as higher time frame levels. but anything right now above the current highs is completely arbitrary. I don't think it's something you want to be part of during Asian session. During New York session, about creating new all-time highs is always a lot of fun because you tend to drive with volume. But during Asian session, hasn't really been the case. Anyway. You say US high as gold right now? No, I didn't get a chance to smoke. You know what I did? I rolled a J, left it outside, came in here to start the stream, and I was about to go back outside, take a few pulls. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see what's going on. If we go off the 5-minute, should break that area. So this is very interesting. We're massively bullish, but the daily didn't really close with a top wick here. If we were able to create that top wick, like, I don't know, not right at the highs, but way above the highs, we could probably look for the daily bearish flip. So if it can come up, re-break the daily highs, right, I will look for the re-break of the daily low, if that can happen. Right, if we can close bearish here, maybe on the 15. The 15 might give us a bearish closure here. We can look for a top wick, right? Which room is... Yeah, there's some room to come down. Let's see. Let's see. 5. Yeah, I think if we get a 15 closure below the most recent, we would need a steep top wick though. We would need the price to come up, maybe a couple of 5-minute candles to give us some bullish momentum for a top wick on the next 15, right? If we can get a couple of these. And then this drop, I would likely take it on the break of these lows. And if we can also respect this area, but we've kind of already come up here, right here, in this area, right? We've kind of done that already. So it might drive here. Let's wait on the 15. Did you took trade in New York for new all-time highs? No, I took buys in New York, yeah, but I didn't take the ride towards, after the all-time highs. And it's a long story. I actually spoke with Don. We were like, hey, once it rebreaks new all-time highs, we spoke a few days ago, I'm going to be in for 150 pips because that's what he did last time. And then some shit went down today. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. Not public conversation, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to even realize what was happening on the charts. I was pretty busy. Why does it look like the sun is up? Isn't it 8 p.m. at your place? It's 8 p.m. Yeah, I mean, it'll get dark. Sun's not up, but it'll get dark in about an hour. It gets dark around 9 p.m. Think we can break at the moment? I think there's a chance we have positions here soon. And And I can't say, hey, where does the market drive up off of, right? Because it drives up off, we don't have any historical price data except for what happened a bit earlier. And this is where we drive off of. So we probably want to test this area in order to come back up. So if that's the case, can we find ourselves in a position somewhere here on the next 15-minute candle? You dig? Or will it come down right now? Still want a bottom wick, right? $30 doesn't have a top wick. The hourly doesn't have a top wick. So yeah, I would like for us to come up and grab orders. A heartburn. I don't have any Tums. Ugh. It's the worst feeling. $30 seconds here for the 15. Okay, so the 15 just closed. Let's see if we can get a top wick. Okay, that's cool. Come on, come on up. Maybe this will be the start of those couple of bullish 5-minute candles. Maybe not. Okay, chat. I'm gonna have a sell stop here on the break at a low of this 15. Sec. Yeah, so we got a sell stop right here. We got a pretty decent stop. I mean, we have all-time highs, right? Like we can't do much about the stops here, so. 30. 30's still open, huh? But this would be a re-break, creating a smaller or steeper daily bottom wick. Let's see. Close to being activated. Very, very close. I'll let you know when we're in. And we're in. All right, chat. Just got activated on the sells here. All right, our advantage point is roughly here is roughly 12 pips to this support here, but you have some room here till roughly 2463 area. That's about 32, 33 pips in profit. We made a low, we made a bottom wick, came up, made a top wick, and then we rebroke the low, so I expect us to tap this lower area down here. And as for stops, I mean, I don't have stops here, but if we start breaking levels here to the upside, then look to manage it. I mean, because it's arbitrary, right? We have nothing above here. We don't know what's above there. So now we're trading the level that we are aware of. You drink, bro? Or do you only puff? I try not to drink. I'm not a big drinker. I'm a little drinker. I'm a big smoker. Advantage point, it's the very next nearest possible area where you might reject. And I see a support here, so there's a chance to reject at this area, right? 24.65358 based on the time frame we took the trade off of. And that is roughly 12 pips and 11 pips in profit. Maybe the fill of that wick, you know what I mean? But a very, very small stop here risk-wise, right? We have very low risk on this trade. We typically don't get this. No trading for you today. Brokers down again. What's going on with them? Why are they down? It's a couple of days, right? They've been down for the last couple of days. Why wouldn't 68 be valid for stops? Because there's no break of structure at 68. $58 though, however, would be a valid position. So here's the thing, you can look for 58, but you would have to wait until 63 to actually manage risk, because if price does come down to there, it'll bounce around before then, right? So you're taking, you know, you're opening yourself up to some risk, but you're looking for a bigger pull down. How did the 5 close? 5, oh, 5 closed doji, yeah, so this 5. Bottom wick, bullish flip. Let's see what happens. Maybe the higher time frames needs more orders. 30. We'll see. For this 5. What's your strategy based on? Experience. Really, it is what it is. Experience. And there's a chance, look, there's a chance you can come up and grab orders all the way above all the daily highs, right? You can come up, break the highs here, create a resistance, and then break back down in range, come back down for more orders. And that's possible. But just above the current all-time highs, it's so arbitrary to hold that it just, until when, right? Till which level would you be okay with, right? It's like, there's nothing here. So, right, it's like 35 pips. If it starts breaking these overall daily highs or all-time highs that it's already made, it would be a good idea to close out. And then if if you're getting your closures back in range, you can take your original positions plus pineapples plus whatever you would have taken. All right, so just so you're aware of where we are in the markets, where we are in the charts. Positive RR. No, I'm explaining to you exactly like the reasoning. I don't look at RR. It is what the market gives. How many accounts you blown? Many accounts. First trade would you do? Probability? I mean, it's a high probability trade. It's just a very low risk trade, right? 30 pip stops. We're usually at 180, 200 pip stops. So this is basically a break-even stop, right? 35 pip stops. First trade with you. Damn, where have you been? You've missed 150 wins and 31 losses. Toby got beaten by a spider. Looks like I got beaten. Bitten, not beaten. Bitten, like bit, right? Like that type of shit. Damn, Chad, I think we drew this out on the 5-minute, right? Remember we said maybe we get a couple of bullish 5-minute candles, and then a third 5-minute candle start breaking down, which would be a 15 candle breaking down. Gold said, how about new? How about new? Don't you have any idea about BTC? No. Tried different strategies in the beginning? Many, yes. Got 2 minutes here till the 30 closure. Damn, because I tried 2 years back that EMA crossover. Yeah, I used to do EMA crossovers with the Fibonacci pullback 6 years ago. 6 years ago. We don't want a 30 to flip bullish. And it closes in 40 seconds. But from the looks of it, it looks like the 1 hour is going to flip bullish. Let's see. Let's see. 30 seconds. Ugly pullback on that 30. Close respecting, but the good thing is, first thing we open to the upside. Will our winning streak stop at 9? Or will it continue? You know, if there are levels above here, we're obviously leveling up. Ain't no levels above here, so we'll take the L instead of the level up if it just pushes through. Yeah, we're at 9 in a row right now. I'll never change strat for below 100. Also not because I learned from Donald Wicks. Will never change strat. Change yourself. Yeah? Yeah? Eh? Come on, 30-minute top wick. Top wick, break it down. Or not. Are we cooked? You're 18 pips in draw now. You can't. If we take a full loss, you're not cooked. But from the way the hourly looks, this trade might be cooked. But then, like, if this, here's the deal: if this trade is cooked, there's most likely no more trades tonight because it's gonna jump into new all-time highs. And what are we doing at that point, right? I don't have anything to base my, base my levels off of. It's just, it's all arbitrary. That's what I always say. At that point, it'll all be arbitrary once we're above here. You should buy in your stop loss play. Will drop at the end of the week. No, because then when once it starts dropping, that's when I'll get back in, right? I'll stay out. I'll take a 30 pip loss. Like, that's nothing. We'll take a 30 pip loss and we'll wait for levels to print, and then we'll take 30 pip win. What I don't want to do is be like, all right, it should come back at some point, and next thing you know, we're at like 2,600. So let me just put my stops here above. Now, I never trade with stops, but in this case, I'm gonna put stops here. I have to. I just don't know how high up we'll drive. Yeah, if look at the hourly, the daily is coming up to re-break the highs, so it's it's gonna have to close as a le candle first to come down, or the 30 is gonna have to flip this bearish. Typically, this is what you would expect from the 30 candle, but with the bullish momentum we had today, daily has now flipped bullish again, right? If we re-break the daily highs, I have no idea how steep this can come up, so we're not gonna play that game. Yeah, my stops are above this wick here, the all-time highs. My stop is 38 pips. 38 pip stop. And like I said, don't, if you end up driving up here and then you end up closing back below here, above 24.69 and back below 24.69, then once you come back below that area, then you can take your pineapples and original position, stack on it, so you know, however you want to look at it, but you're going to come back down to the bottom of this range whenever it does come back. Would sell stops on the candle not be valid for pineapple? Seeing as though the stop's so small. I mean, I don't know. There's no pineapples here. There's no levels above here that we can reject off of. Once they form, like, and then it rejects and comes back down, then we'll look for more positions. But you're expecting, right? Look, the daily closed with no top wick. This is just extremely zoomed in right now, but the daily really closed with no top wick. Barely one, right? And if that's the case, you're expecting a really steep bottom wick or price to pull down. So maybe it's going to break the highs and then come back down, re-break the lows. But the key here is just there's no point of letting it ride up 200 pips or 20 pips or 15 pips because you have no idea where it's going. But with all the bullish momentum today on the daily, if we had a top wick on the daily, on the rebreak of the highs, might even close and take buys, but just to where? Not a good trade, face it. It's a low risk trade. You have 30 pip stops. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Think it's gonna ship back down as soon as in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know, weeks. I mean, it's gonna retrace something, right? We're gonna have to see some kind of retracement at some point. I just don't know when. This is wild though. Got a whole week left. Pushing up, pushing up. It just tapped all-time highs again. Can it drive down now? This 30 flips bearish. I might have another position. I might add. Let's see what happens. No bearish tonight? That's possible. It might be bearish for the morning. I just based on the way we look on the daily candle, you expect today's daily candle to close some type of bear. Oh, there we are. I think, are we rebreaking the highs? Yeah, so if that's the case, it should push hard, right? And if it's going to push hard, we don't want to be in a position. About to be out. Almost. There we are. We are out. Ooh, I got slipped because it pushed. Damn. See? New all-time highs. New all-time highs. Holy shit. Good thing we closed. I got slipped like 2 pips. Nothing bad. It was a 38. Closed at 40. Must be Ramaswany's speech. No, it's just all-time highs. New all-time highs. All right, loss number 32 on the year. I didn't get slipped. 2 pips is not slippage. Continue up from here? Sure, but to where? Where is it going to stop? Maybe if we make a bottom wick, bounce off the most recent, and we flip, as long as it can leave us a long wick to use as an advantage point, right? Because you don't want a 4 pip wick, because that's your advantage point, the wick. But if you do have an advantage point, you get a bottom wick, right? If this is a steep wick that you would expect to fill, I blew my account on your trade. Well, then you're an idiot. What can I tell you? Don't be an idiot. Stop full margining. It's 40 pips. Can we have a recovery trade? I promise you, there's a 90% chance that the recovery trade will close at 10 pips. 90% chance. Are you re-breaking the highs? Did we make a bottom wick on anything? No. Same 5 minute. It's just I can't. There's nothing to base trades off of. If it pulls back, let it pull back heavily. Steep top wick, steep bottom wick. I don't know where to trade this to. 15 minutes left in the 4 hour. $30 had no bottom wick. Damn, 9 winning streak broken on stream. Broken. Hello, Mr. George. So big which 2 years. For now, never trade the way you do since I'm a swing trader. As I said before, you and Don's were my work buddies. Been always watching your streams. Absolutely. Thank you. Guy. New guy, no good. You see, like, if this 15 comes up and re-breaks its own highs, I'll take a buy. But chances of that happening right now? And I'll be break even here at fucking like 6 pips. $15 coming up to flip. I don't know. Watch this shit come back down in range. You also have buy stops here. I don't have buy stops. I don't expect this to come up and flip. It's most likely going to be a 4-hour position. Now back down in range. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's that, maybe it created the top wick here for the daily to now come back down, right? Since the previous daily didn't have a top wick. You got 9 minutes here for the 4 hour. My bad. Yeah, I said if you close above here and this 4 hour leaves a top wick and the next candle gives you a bottom wick, your bullish flip gives you about 25 pips here on the wick fill, or 30 pips here on the wick fill, and that's your advantage point, the wick fill. Six minutes here. Be interesting how we close. Moments away, Trump arrives at RNC. Why do I avoid doing that? Because the 30 made it bottom. 30 ended up closing bearish and below the most recent area here, below that most recent bullish candle. So I didn't move my stops. I expected a top wick and a bearish flip. It's all about this little 5-minute candle. I guess 3 minutes here on the 4-hour. Give me a second, chat. Be right back. $15 fake out, right? 5 fake out, but see how we close. That time again. Let's do it. 30 seconds here. Fuck. Fuck. Damn. How long had I been muted? It's been a while? Fuck. Damn. No, alright. So what I was saying, I wanted a bearish flip here on this hourly, but I think the better play here is the break of the daily lows, and this is the break of the daily lows here. That's if you're gonna come back. But remember I said if we keep breaking highs, right, we're creating higher highs, higher lows. I just don't know where to take it to, and the issue with that is, right, there could be a level here, there could be a level here. What just happened? Yeah. What did I just get rid of? I think I just got rid of something on my favorites, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, there could be something anywhere here at any of these levels, right? Something here, it could be something here. So I don't know which level above here has enough orders in order to continue, in order to drive us back down, right? Which level here has enough orders to drive us back down? So it's so arbitrary. How much is it to the break of the lows here? 21 pips. Hey chat, I'm gonna have a sell stop here on the break of the hourly lows again. I had sell stops there, but I deleted them. Attent número 2. Ooh, wait. That was a 5 closure. Chat, delete the sell stops. And I'm taking a buy right here. Wait, not yet. That's the 5 flips. Once the 5 flips bullish, let it flip. And the advantage point will be the previous 5 wick. So I'm taking a buy right here. Okay. I'm going to expect to fill some of this wick because we rejected perfectly off this area. I have a position here now. It flipped clearly on the broker. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close half here at 10. Closed half exactly on the dot at 10. And I'm going to look for the runner to drive. This is your advantage point, right? Nothing changes. I do the same thing over and over. This is your advantage point because you've tapped this previous resistance. So it can create this high and drive back down. That's why I'm break even here. And I've closed half at 10. And BE hit. Okay? So I warned you, the next trade will probably be 10 pips. And it's a half closure at 10, but you have to realize why we're doing that, right? This is your advantage point here to the left. You didn't close. If you closed above, right? If that candle closed above this previous resistance, right? If we had a oh, whoops, wrong color. But if this was a candle that closed like this, right? Then you're above this area. Your advantage point is the wick fill. But below that area, this is your advantage point. I got 10 on the dot. And like I said, I'm not gonna deviate from the plan or go revenge trade the previous position. I'm not gonna try to make that back in one position. I'm just gonna continue following the plan you know, over and over and over and over the long term, it just works. Might drive here now, but like I'm not taking the risk of this being the top wick on the 4-hour now to continue down, right? We filled our advantage point, and you want to really be in tune with the markets to such a point where you're in on the drive, right? The key is to predict with high degree of probability the actual drive. And we got this advantage point that we filled, but this isn't really the drive up because see, it came back and took us out. The key is really being on the candle that drives. But the probability of being on that candle is very low, right? We're traders, we're not fucking, you know, Nostradamus here. So you have to secure the bag, secure the bacon at your advantage points. Or that's how I approach the markets. You know, also, maybe we could have closed 10, but really looking at the wick fill and the potential for us to re-break and continue for all-time highs, that's why I left a little bit of a runner, and then it'd be. So this 15 had a chance, didn't drive up. I'm sorry, the 5, the 15 hasn't closed yet, right? The 15 has a chance to close above the most recent. So we can have another trade here. We're going to need the 15 to close above this most recent. Sorry, let's get rid of this. Win number 151. And I know it's not the same value as loss number 32, right? But then again, we've had 3 pip losses and, you know, 60 and 80 pip wins. So it's just it's not, you know, it's not about revenge trading what you lost. Just continue with the plan. This is the candle that drives. So we're a candle off. But let's see, because if the 15 now closes above the most recent and you get another bottom wick. Oh, wow. You still haven't had a closure above this most recent area. You just kind of, you see this most recent area right here? You haven't closed above it. You've attempted to drive past it a few times, but you haven't closed above it. I don't want to revenge trade. What's the plan? The plan is either a re-break of the daily lows, at which point I'll probably put stops at the current daily highs and look for an 100 pip move. Or we get closures above the most recent here and look for a bottom wick and then a drive up to secure at the fill of this wick here. Call it an evening. We'll see what happens. We still have an hour. The 4-hour still doesn't have a bottom wick, remember that, right? If it flips, that's one thing. It's probably filling this bottom wick, but if it breaks that previous 4-hour low, that's the re-break of the daily lows. And remember, the previous daily close, no top wick, you're heading down at that point. Literally said the next trade will probably be 10 pips. Remember how we always talk about this? This is another proof, another example of what happens when you have a candle that doesn't have a top wick. Remember this. Take a picture. Typically what happens when you don't have a top wick on a candle and a bottom wick, the next candle retraces the body of that candle, because that's the range itself. This whole body is the range itself, and the next candle will typically fill the range. So you'll typically either as a top wick to come down or to continue driving up, but price typically refills the candle, and then it's not you know, written in stone. It's a rule of thumb, and it happens quite often, but typically that's what you expect. And you guys have asked me quite often, what happens in that case? What do you expect when you have no top wick or bottom wick? That's what I expect, the fill of the previous candle. So, which tells you this isn't the candle that I'm expecting to be in a trade in, right? Or to drive. That one closed respecting, but a lot of bullish momentum. And you held, look, you bounced off of the most recent support. Shoot. It's a tough closure though on the 15. Selling at all-time highs? We didn't sell at all-time highs. We had both. We had sells and buys. But it's running now after our trade, right? Filling that wick. What did it take us out by? We were in right here. Oh, about 6 pips. Yeah. We're all-time highs, chat. There's nothing I can do here. I can only play off the levels we have. The only ones we have are on the 5-minute. 15 too, but really on the 5-minute. So there's really no sells until we're below 2466. Get rid of this. Higher highs, higher lows, keeping it simple. That's right. Well, when we sold, we were making lower lows, lower highs. How much further above this is it going to push? It hasn't loaded up with orders. It hasn't come down and grab a massive bottom wick on the higher time frame. Just kind of done its thing on a smaller time frame. We're able to create a bottom wick for this 15. Then maybe we can look for a buy stop. Fill the range here. The thing is, the 30 doesn't have a bottom wick. The 15 doesn't have a bottom wick. So we'd want to re-break the lows to get that bottom wick and then come up. And then you can have the 5 re-break of the highs. But otherwise, nothing. Another pop? Another 50 pip pop? Or what? Give us a retracement. Give us some bottom wicks, some strong pushes. What's hood? What's the deal, TT? Sorry I wasn't here. Is there a potential setup you're looking for? I remember saying you don't like trading at all-time highs. I don't. Because where are we going to? Where are we headed? Which level? What's the target here? Well, if it can create a top wick here and pull back and give us a bottom wick, I'll trade the wick fill to the top of the wick. We had buys here just recently, but unfortunately, after our 10 pips, we also got taken out here, break even on this 5, pulled back. Where are you going? Yeah, I don't know. Can it reject here, or, you know, how long are we gonna keep going up for? Five minutes here for this 30 to close. If this 30 can pull back and we can get a bottom wick on the next 30, we'll trade it to the wick fill. Run buys. Where are you riding them to? How far? Ooh, a 5 flip. What's the wick fill here? 4 pips? I don't know. I'm gonna wait for 3 minutes on this 30. If it can pull back, maybe for the next 30 position. It's gonna be interesting. They got Nikki Haley talking tonight. What's she gonna say? She's talking so much shit about Trump. No targets, just trailing. What, like, on what? Which time frame are you trailing on? The 15? Someone try to shoot him again? Nah, you're just watching reruns, bro. Hold on. No top wick, no bottom wick. It's 30 closure here. Can we get a bottom wick before you drive up? I'm looking for a bottom wick and a rebreak of the highs, but if we don't get that, I mean, then we don't get that. $30 close above recent high, pretty good. Yeah, go ahead. More rebreaks of the highs. I don't know. Any kind of bottom wicks, we're in bias, but another, what, 20, 30 pip pop? No bottom wick. You don't want to enter, right? When it just grabs orders right above the high and comes back down to actually flip this candle bearish. $30 seconds here on the 5. The 5's going to close below the most recent. Or is it? We haven't really flipped on the 30. It's good to look. This could be a bottom wick here on the 5, right? But it closed below the most recent. Can't take that. And then let's say, all right, let's say it closed holding support. I don't have that as a support anywhere. Well, established yet. That's only maybe on the 5. Let's look at the 1 and the 1. Yeah, this is a 1 minute support. Hey, appreciate the 5, Travis. TT in the house. Good guys over there. Always. Only good guys. Good peoples. Trades taken on stream, yes. Did you really not swim at the beach? Yeah, I turned around. But not because of no lifeguards. No, no, no. I turned around. I made that reel, or I made that video, right? That story. And then I actually ended up walking up to the beach. And they closed the beach. I was like, what happened? They kicked everybody out the water and everything. And they said there were gators in the water. Not sharks. Gators. So I said, so why are you closing the beach? And the lady, she was on the quad. She was like, because the gators, like when there's sharks at the beach, they typically, there's a stream, right? There's a certain way the waves move, and typically sharks will sharks will swim with the flow of water upstream, or with the stream, or with the way the waves are crashing, right? But gators will go up and down the beach in both directions, right? If you see a shark, it's gonna keep getting pushed in one direction. Them gators will go back and forth up and down the beach, so they kicked everybody off the beach. I was like, all right, perfect. Went to the gym. That shit was big as fuck. Five flip? No, previous 5 closed below this area. If we were above, I was trying to go to the gym anyway, exactly. If we were above this area, I'm probably taking the 5 flip, but we're below it, so I'm not taking a 5 flip. If we close above the most recent on the 5, yeah. Alligators are not harmless. They're definitely not harmless, but it looked like this. It was huge. It looked like there were a few people already inside it. No diddy. Uh-oh. 5 almost flipped, but that's a nice wick. It looks like price came down, grabbed orders, but still Never closed above here. Maybe it pushes now. It's just from what we know about candles, right? This tells us to stay out of the position. Just the way the candles close, right? But we have massive bullish momentum, and these are just fives. But we can't go off. There's nothing to go off on the 15 here. Just we keep re-breaking the highs. We broke, right? We broke the high here. Yeah, it broke that high. Right, so if you're able to close here above this most recent and then get a bottom wick, then. But we kind of already have one, right? These orders were grabbed, came down, came up, can now close above the most recent. Would you eat a shit sandwich?
Stop it. Get some help.
This is where I'm using fib actually to find possible supply targets. Yeah. I love this guy, Ron DeSantis. That should be the next president after Trump. 15-minute will close here in 2 minutes. Re-breaking highs. I can't trade the re-break of these all-time high. Just like I don't know where it's going to. The only re-break of the all-time highs that was tradable for me happened earlier in the day, right at 2450 areas right here, 2450, when we broke these all-time highs right here. Because since the previous all-time highs, the market has come back, created massive supports, and now with a lot of this bullish momentum, it was going to drive. Like, it was going to drive 150, 200 pips as we've seen previously. But as it's driving throughout the day, we have to, well, I have to pay attention to price action. And with no wicks, with all the ways we've closed and all the ways we've opened up, I just don't see an entry for us, besides the two positions that we already had. Random ass comment. Yeah. DeSantis is great. Yeah, because I'm watching DeSantis speak right now at the RNC. And Donald Trump is sitting back with a fucking gunshot wound in his ear. Like it's all good. Donald Trump needs to open up a record label. Like, he needs a record label for sure. Something like Murder Inc. But call that shit like Homicide Corp. Word, MAGA Inc. MAGA unit, T unit. He needs a spinner earring. That's what he needs. All right, 15 closed here. Closed bullish. Can we get a bottom wick? Cold, you silly goose. Figure it out. Come on. Figure shit out. Oh, wow. It created a bottom wick here, didn't it? For that previous 5. How much is this wick fill? 7 pips. Come on, press the button. I forgot about it. I moved around the buttons. I moved the buttons around. I was trying to add some new sounds. Tear down the wall. They're all invoking Reagan. Awesome. So this is 5 gonna push now? Why no buy stops? It's small advantage point. I have 7 pips of an advantage point. But if I look at the higher time frame, 30 closing in 11 minutes, hourly closing in 11 minutes. Yeah, this 5 might push just before then, right? But then if you think about it, the next hourly, right? If you think about it, the next hourly would have to, if it's going to either come up or after a bottom wick, or would have to create a top wick before going down. That would make sense. Rebreak. And no top wick on the 5. Straight down. if we took a position there, we would have closed as soon as that 5 closed with no top wick, right? So it better. My stops are below the low. How are you trailing? You didn't tell me. Are you trailing on the 15, the 30? What are you trailing? On the 15, right? Oh, 24.71. Oh, damn. Got a lot of room. Damn, the structure keeps getting respected though. You keep making a higher high, higher low, right? You have not made a lower low on a single candle here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Not a single break of the lows of the previous candle. Stops are below the current 15. Oh, like if it flips? Damn, what do you have? You're riding up 50 pips here. Congrats. Good stuff. No clue where we're going. Neither do I, but I can't enter here not knowing where we're going. The initial rebreak of the all-time highs, yes, but not here. going to smoke a joint. If the shit pulls back in the next few minutes, great. If it doesn't, I'll call it a fucking session. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Nick. Have a good night. $90 here for the hourly. Looking for a bottom wick here so we can take a rebreak out of highs on this current candle. If it fills the wick, that's pretty much the session. Right? The 15, the 30, the 1 hour all left a really nice 20 pip wick here, 18 pip wick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the advantage point, right? We want the wick fill after a bottom wick. Yeah, you would have been 11 pips and break even there. But you would needed that bottom wick. W for staying disciplined because it's all-time highs. Anything can happen. Yeah, there's adjustments to be made though, for sure. And the more all-time highs I go through, like the more I understand how things work in all-time highs. But right now, I just don't see anything based on how we trade. Damn, this guy looks like Nicolas Cage. W session, yeah, a win and a loss. Overall, negative night, but overall, W day. To be sure, hats off to you. Lost point pips didn't take a revenge trade. But I told you after that trade, the next trade is probably going to be 10 pips. I'm not looking at a revenge trade. I'm looking to continue doing what we're doing, with a high probability of success. If we revenge trade every loss, we would have a lot more losses piling up. But the more you practice sticking to the plan, yeah, I see it driving without me. You know how many chat? Do you realize how flooded my DMs are going to be after tonight's session? With you let it drive for 100 pips and didn't take a single, and didn't take a position or whatever. All the time. It happens all the time. This shit, like this streaming thing, it comes with luggage, right? It comes with other shit that fucks with you, but I'm used to it. But yeah, it happens, right? Shit like that happens. I've seen it drive, hundreds of pips without taking positions, but then there were days where we have 3-4 positions. Yeah, I think, but we've pretty much filled this previous wick, which would have been the advantage point. So now you probably need to come down, tap a support, or create another 5-minute range, and it's right. You'd want this hourly to make a bottom wick. You'd want the 5 to start closing above the most recent, right? So if you close above the most recent, then you come down, make a bottom wick. You really want the higher time frame to now confirm some of the smaller time frame levels. So you see how 2474 was a level here on the 5. Can you get that and get that confirmed in the 15? I remember somebody asked the question yesterday, how did the time frames flow into each other? Well, look, you had the 5 closing above, right, and holding support here. Actually, the 5 held support at this area. When the 15 comes down here and closes bullish at 2474, that 5 has now just turned into a 15, right? And eventually you'll get a closure on the 30, and you're like, all right, this is being respected by multiple time frames. Let's see if we can actually let's see if we can actually use this as a support now, right? just looking to see if the 5 can start dropping. But it really is irrelevant because it's going to take quite a few candles now to set up. If some mind is calm and peaceful, you can win. People out there, one lost their mind, don't remain calm because they over leveraged or next time they blow their... Yeah, I don't know. It's just the, you know, it's the nuances of trading. It's normal. It's normal to blow accounts. It's normal to take wins, losses. You know, it's normal to take break evens. It's normal to have streaks, winning or losing streaks, and it's all normal. I don't know how Instagram fucked it up for everybody. That like you're not supposed to have these. No, all of these things are normal. You know, drawdowns, risk management, securing profits, going like. All the emotions you're feeling doing all those things, it's all normal. It's all standard. You're not the only one going through shit, right? Everyone's going through shit. And don't take solace in the fact that everyone's going through shit. Take solace in the fact that there's there's nothing special happening to you, right? It's not happening just to you. Look at it as happening for you. Yeah, Instagram has fucked people up. The Instagram mindset has really screwed up a lot of traders, a lot of potentially good traders. Guess what, chat? We're re-breaking the highs again. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a session here. Have a good night, everybody. I don't know where gold is going. So far, it's more of a twilight zone. So, spooky. Chat, thank you guys for coming through. We're gonna continue tomorrow. Continue doing the same thing and following the plan. All right. No deviating from the plan. Do not revenge trade. Take your positions, and if they give you 30, 40, great. If they give you 10, great. But be logical about it. All right. Yep, that's my time. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Zoom gang, I'll see you in the clubhouse. Everyone else in the Signal channel in the morning, and tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern, same time, same place. I will see the rest of you fellas and ladies in here. All right, as for me, my time is up. That's my session, chat, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody. 2 trades.